It's showtime, folks!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Swiss Knife. Coming off the heels of Monday Night Raw, we are just days away from WWE Roadblock. But today, I'm going to talk about a guy that I have previously complained about before, and that guy is Bray Wyatt. If you watched my previous video on Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family, you know that I complained heavily about the booking of the family. So going back to Raw, as we got to the end of the Ambrose Bray Wyatt match, the Wyatt family came down, they beat down Dean Ambrose, and Triple H came down the rampway. And so I'm thinking, okay, maybe this will get a little bit interesting. So Triple H gets into the ring, and then he faces off with Bray Wyatt, and then a strange thing happens. The crowd starts to pop for the face-off. So I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. So ultimately, it didn't lead to anything but Bray Wyatt touching the belt and leaving the ring. But my big takeaway from that was that the fans still want to see this guy. Even through all the nonsensical booking, when Bray Wyatt gets put into an important position, the fans respond. So with all of that said, I have a surefire plan to make Bray Wyatt and the family one of the top acts in WWE once again. So let's get started. First off, my plan actually starts with more losing. I've been wanting to complain about the Wyatt family and how they don't win big matches. But we're going to start by having them lose some more high profile matches. And that will start at Roadblock, where Bray Wyatt will take on Brock Lesnar. I would have Brock Lesnar win there, and then, while they haven't been announced for official Mania matches yet, I would have Bray Wyatt lose at WrestleMania and have the rest of the family lose at WrestleMania, be it the Andre Battle Royal or any type of match they're in. They have to go down. So the next night on Raw, as Bray Wyatt is cutting another promo about being the new face of fear, Luke Harper will snatch the mic away from him and say, "Bray Wyatt, you have failed us. Every promise you made, you haven't lived up to. Every guarantee you've made, you couldn't come through on it. So because of that, you have lied to us and you have led us for the very last time." And after that, the family will commence into a beatdown on Bray Wyatt to the likes of which we've all never seen. And as Bray Wyatt is getting stretchered out of the arena, Luke Harper will grab the mic and say, "I am the new face of this family." And after that, they will leave the arena to Luke Harper's theme music that he used in his singles run. I love that theme. I would love for it to come back. So Bray Wyatt would be out for a long time, selling that beating for a long time. So from April 3rd to May 1st, we have Extreme Rules. And there's two pay-per-views in May, by the way. It's Extreme Rules and Payback. So for Extreme Rules, I'd use that to build to Kalisto versus Luke Harper for the title. So at Extreme Rules, we would have a 6-man match, the family versus the Lucha Dragons and Random Face A. So in that match, we would have the family win, and that would lead us to WWE Payback, which would see Kalisto versus Luke Harper for the United States title. Luke Harper would go on to defeat Kalisto for the title, and I would also have Rowan and Strowman defeat a tag team like the Usos at the pay-per-view as well. This would establish them with really good wins, and it would give Luke Harper credibility as the champion. So the next night on Raw, Luke Harper comes out and says, "This family is better than ever. I was always the right leader for this family, and we are well on our way to dominating the WWE." Then all of a sudden, Bray Wyatt appears behind Luke Harper and the fans go wild. This would lead to Bray Wyatt giving Luke Harper a beatdown. This would also lead to the Wyatt family coming down to ringside to try to save the day, but Bray Wyatt would eventually throw each of them out of the ring. He would then grab the mic and say, "I started this family, and I'm gonna tear it down one by one." Now we have Bray Wyatt as a hot face that the fans love. Fireflies and the entrance music. It would be great in my opinion. But this would lead to Money in the Bank and Battleground, where Bray Wyatt would take on Rowan and Strowman in highly contested matches. That would lead to 2 Bray Wyatt wins, and that would take us all the way to SummerSlam, where we would have Bray Wyatt as a face versus Luke Harper as a heel. This would be a 4-month build to get to SummerSlam, and we would have 2 over guys, and it would be one of the main matches on the SummerSlam card. Given time, these guys can put on a high profile match, and the finish would see Bray Wyatt finally overcoming the family to beat Luke Harper for the United States title to a thunderous pop from the crowd. This would put Bray Wyatt into as good a position as he's been in quite some time while being in the WWE. It would give him a lot of credibility that he's been deserving for years now, and he would be one of the main acts on the roster. This would also give Luke Harper a chance to be or to stay in a high profile feud, because we could have the rematch at Night of Champions. We could have a no finish there, a DQ there. We could have the Wyatt family come back down to beat Bray Wyatt down after the match to get some heat back. And at Hell in a Cell, we could have a proper blow-off match in a cell to keep the Wyatt family out of the ring. So to close, I think this would be awesome. It would be great. It would be great for all parties involved. Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, the family, and the fans. I think this would be an awesome program, and I'm hoping against hope that this would somehow happen. And also, I'll add in, if they ever want to pay off that stare down between Bray Wyatt and Triple H, WrestleMania 33 would be the perfect spot, as Bray Wyatt would have a ton of momentum as a face if they play it right. So we've come to the end, ladies and gentlemen, and once again it's time for some cheap plugs. You can follow my blog at SwissKnife87.wordpress.com. You can also follow my Twitter at SwissKnife87. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe on this video. Thank you very much.